Hey,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Um, yeah, terrific second half by our team. That's probably about as well as we can play. I thought we would play well today. I thought we were really ready. Again, I thought we played so well against Radford and sustained our defensive effort in that game. And I was proud of our team for the way they bounced back after the loss at Boise. And so I was anxious to see how we'd play today. I thought we were a little anxious at first in the game. We didn't do some of the things offensively that we had practiced very well. Um, and the second half, I told the team at halftime, I thought that we would score where the offense is in front of our bench. We would maybe do the things that we needed to do a little bit better with the coaches right there, kind of encouraging that. But we needed to guard. And I thought our ability to score into our defense, pressure on them, really disrupted their flow. And the way we guarded and sustained it, that was just a terrific defensive half and offensive half basketball. Question for me.
Hey, Brad, it's Will. Was there anything you did in particular or change anything there in the second half to kind of get off to that good start?
Well, we had emphasized, using our high game, thought that we could do that against San Francisco. I don't think we did it very well in the first half. We did it a few times, but not as much. Obviously, we emphasized it even more at halftime, and then with them right in front of me, it was easier for me to help encourage that. And then our guys, finish plays. At the end of the day, some of this is you just got to make shots. Like we get the ball down there to Victor in the second half, and he makes shots. And some of them were through contact, some of them were just nice big time plays, good jump hooks. Um, we've had a little bit of a mixed bag with that this year. We haven't been as consistent. And so it's something we're working on to get better. We know our high-low game has to become better, and tonight was a good version of it.
Brad, one of the questions about Ian, of course, this year is, can he be a big time player without PJ? How much of a command performance was that from him just all around tonight?
Yeah, he just plays so hard. I mean, he just plays so hard. He's so physically tough. Um, he's got an incredible competitive spirit because there are some limitations that he has. But he just wills himself to rebound the basketball. And it's great when he drops in a couple hooks, he makes a three, he makes his free throws, different things like that, because we need him to score double figure points. I mean, we've talked to him about it. But tonight he and Victor were unbelievable in the second half. I mean, they were confident, they were aggressive, they finished plays, and they did a solid job defensively protecting our basket.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. That's kind of what you were envisioning with Victor coming in, right? Was to kind of be like this and be him play off Ian the way he did.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously different than Christian and even different than Miles. He has more size. He has some passing ability. He has some ability to finish plays around the rim. He can make a top of the key three. I mean, he's the kind of guy. I mean, he's not PJ Hall, but he's a version of that. And tonight he was terrific. He got some confidence. I think some of this is just being counted on and coming through. You got to pull through. He's been a guy that's had some good games. He hasn't always been consistent. He hasn't always had consistent opportunity. He knows I believe in him, and we're going to him. And it's just good to see him play well and be rewarded for the hard work. I'm proud of him.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We talked about Ian double doubles. We're used to that from him, but 5 assists tonight. He's actually leading the team in that category. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
It's really impressive. But that's something he does well. That's one of the things we saw in recruiting is we thought he had a good feel. He's a willing passer. He'll find guys when he's doubled. He'll find guys, on a drive. Yeah, I mean it's big time when your post player can create for others. That's what really good players do is they make other players better, and certainly Ian Shefflin does that.
Brad, other than the performance against Radford, what gave you the sense tonight that y'all were going to play really well going in?
We've practiced really well. I got out Saturday. I think I got after him a little bit. It was, sometimes it's hard. There's a football game. We're practicing at 10 o'clock. You're, they're seeing all the pageantry of football weekend, and, you're in Little John working out, and it's still far enough away from the game that you probably would rather be at a tailgate. And, I kind of got their attention in the first 30 minutes of practice, and then I thought we had a really good hour and 15 minutes after that. We really got after it. And just we had good spirit. And once we got down here, our guys have been good. They've been very focused. We've practiced and had shoot around and had 2 or 3 meetings, and there just was a good focus about us. And so I was encouraged and excited to see how we would do, and pleased certainly with the result.
How nice was it to see Dylan play the way he did there in the second half?
Yeah, that's how he played against Radford. He had 15 points against Radford. He was a real spark. I've talked to you guys. He's shooting the ball much better. He's playing with confidence. He's been working on his shooting for, a couple years, and we've talked to him about a lot of different things. And I told him back when he was younger that, one of the most important things is you got to believe that you're a good shooter. And a couple tweaks, but he's gotten the reps in. We do a lot of different things in shooting drills, and obviously you see your numbers go up the longer you're here, and so you're improving. Then it's just belief system once you get to a game. And I've talked to you guys about this. Dylan has a great personality. He's confident. He's jovial. He's fun to be around. He's actually a voice on our team. Like, he's one of the few guys that isn't afraid to say something to each other, and so I'm really happy for him because he's worked really hard.
How about Zachary? He's been great defensively, but 2 for 2 from the arc tonight, doubled his total for the season. So that's got to be nice to see.
Yeah, and we're just trying to encourage him to be as aggressive as he was against us last year. But we're playing with so many guys, and we've got a couple different guys taking shots, making plays. He's trying to pick his spots. It's part of him finding his role and just getting comfortable with how we're doing things. And we had some lineups out there with 3 guards all the time that there's some sets and things that we can't really run, and so we even called a couple things and we weren't always in the right spot. And there's just things that we're adjusting to as coaches every time you have a new team, and you're playing small one game, you're playing bigger another game. So there's only so much time to practice it all, and so at times you just got to go with it. And the 3-guard lineup was really good today, and he was a guy that was a product of playing with some other guys that helped create some shots for him. And obviously he's a good shooter. He makes 40% of his threes. We have all the confidence in the world in him shooting the ball.
Brad, with Del Jones, what does it say in this type of game that he can play with, I guess, such fluidity and fearlessness? I don't know if those
I think he's an aggressive guy. He's a go-getter. He's still learning how to really play, and play with other people. But man, if he sees a gap, he's attacking it. He can get in the paint and make a play. Defensively, he's going to work that ball. He's going to get after you. He's going to fight over screens. He's an aggressive kid by nature. He's competitive. He's got a lot to learn to be a complete player, but man, his energy that he gives, his toughness, he brings a real juice that our team needs. I love having him here and watching him compete. It's fun to see him in a game like that, just come in and not be afraid to make plays and be aggressive.
State was 6-0 for the first time in 25 years. You beat them in an double overtime thriller 2 years ago in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. They've been a pretty steady program for the last few years, haven't they?
They've really done nice things. Mike's done a really good job. Year 1, I think he won 20 games. Obviously, they're off to a tremendous start. Ace Baldwin's one of the best guards in the country. Most people don't know about. They play a different style where they press you full court. They trap you. They run and jump you. They kind of muck up the game a little bit and make you make plays. It's obviously worked for him a long time back at VCU and elsewhere. Mike's a really good coach. So it's going to be a heck of a challenge for us. They've got an older team, got some good older players. They're playing with a lot of confidence. We're going to have to, flip this thing about 18 hours we play or whatever. It's a short turnaround. We really got to hopefully get our older guards, got to be able to deal with the pressure. This is going to be a little bit more of a player's game. There's not going to be not gonna be able to do as much over on the sideline for him. It's gonna have to be your decision-making, meeting passes, pass faking, handling the double team, making a right decision, and then attacking advantage situations on offense when you can. Then defensively, it's just competing your tail off and making it hard on them.
All good?
Everybody good?
Yep. Thanks,
Good.
Brad.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.